Hi, I'm Alex, and welcome to Learn English in Real Life. Here, we learn English without grammar rules, textbooks, or complicated explanations, just by listening and practicing. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. Today, we're going to talk about something that can really change the way you see life. It's about happiness. We all want it. We work hard to get the perfect job, the perfect body, the perfect relationship, and a beautiful life that looks good on the outside. But here's the big question. What if happiness doesn't come from those things? What if it actually comes from the mind that experiences them? Think about this. Two people can reach the same goal. Maybe they both find love or make a lot of money. But one person feels joyful and confident, and the other feels empty or even depressed. Why does that happen? It's not because of the situation. It's because of how their minds understand and react to it. Our mind is the real boss of how we feel, not the outside world. Let's take a common example. Heartbreak. Two people go through a breakup. One person is broken for months, maybe even years. The other person is sad, of course, but they grow, learn, and move on stronger. The breakup is the same, but their experiences are totally different. That shows us a powerful truth. It's not what happens that matters most. It's how we think about what happens. And this isn't just an idea. It's backed by science. Neuroscience tells us our brains can change. This is called neuroplasticity. It means we're not stuck with a negative brain. We can train our brains to be more positive, more hopeful, and more strong. You probably know someone who always sees the bad side of everything. No matter how good the news is, they find something wrong. That's because their mind has been trained, maybe without them knowing, to look for danger or sadness. But here's the good news. If the brain can learn to focus on the bad, it can also learn to focus on the good. We just have to practice. According to a study, many people look for help when life feels dark and difficult. Their problems may be serious, but often their external situation doesn't change quickly. What does change is the way they see it. They start thinking differently. They create new ways to tell their life story. And guess what? They begin to feel better. Their world becomes brighter. Not because the facts changed, but because their mindset changed. There's a story that's both sad and powerful. A couple once checked into a beautiful hotel by the ocean, one of the most stunning places in California. But inside, they were struggling so deeply that they made the tragic decision to end their lives. It's heartbreaking, and it reminds us how powerful the mind truly is. Even in a place that looks like paradise, a suffering mind can feel trapped in hell. So what can we do? We can change how we use our energy. Most of us spend 90% of our time chasing goals, money, success, relationships, and only 10% working on our mental well-being. But what if we flipped that? What if we spent more energy on learning how to think clearly, calmly, and kindly? The amazing part is, when we have a healthy, positive mindset, we actually reach our goals more easily. A strong mind doesn't give up when things go wrong. It keeps going. It adapts. It believes there's still a way forward. That mindset is like a superpower. So where do we start? How can we train our minds? First, try mindfulness. That just means watching your thoughts, without judging them. Don't try to stop them or fight them. Just notice them, like clouds passing in the sky. When you do this, you create space between you and your thoughts. That space gives you freedom. Second, use cognitive reframing. This means changing how you talk to yourself. Let's say you fail a test. Instead of saying, "I'm stupid," you can say, "That was hard, but I can learn from it and try again." This small shift changes how you feel and what you do next. Third, use positive visualization. That means taking a few minutes each day to imagine your goals. Picture how it feels to reach them. This helps your brain start believing they are possible. Fourth, practice gratitude. Every day, write down 1 or 2 things you are thankful for. They don't have to be big. Even small things, like sunshine or a good cup of coffee, can help your mind focus on what's working instead of what's missing. In the end, real happiness doesn't come from winning awards or having a perfect life on Instagram. It comes from a peaceful, strong, and trained mind. This kind of mindset takes time and practice, but it's the most important work you'll ever do. When you can wake up in the morning, even on a hard day, and still feel thankful to be alive, you'll know you've become the true creator of your own beautiful life. Let me tell you a story that shows how powerful this can be. I once met a woman named Lisa during a personal development seminar. On the outside, she had everything people usually admire: a great job, 2 beautiful children, a house with a garden. But she felt constantly overwhelmed, like she was always running from one task to the next, never really feeling present or peaceful. One day, she told me something that stayed with me. She said, "I feel like I'm living my life on the surface, but I never get to feel the depth." She had success, but not satisfaction. I suggested that she start practicing something simple. Just 3 minutes of silence each morning, before checking her phone, before talking to anyone. Just breathing and noticing her thoughts. At first, it felt strange, but slowly, something started to shift. She began noticing how much pressure she put on herself to be perfect all the time. She realized that she never gave herself credit for all the things she was already doing well. As this awareness grew, she started making small changes, asking for help, saying no to things that didn't matter, and spending more time with her kids without distractions. Her life didn't change on the outside, but her experience of life did. She smiled more, she laughed more, and she said to me, "Now, when I sit with myself in silence, I don't feel anxious. I feel home." It's stories like these that remind us how much power we have when we start paying attention to the world inside our heads. Many people grow up thinking that if they just fix the outside, get richer, thinner, more admired, then the inside will finally feel good. But that almost never works. The inner calm we want doesn't come after success. It actually helps us get to success and enjoy it once we're there. Our minds are always busy, even when we don't notice. They tell us stories about who we are and what we can do. If these stories are full of fear or doubt, our actions start to match them. We stop trying, we hide, and we accept less than we deserve. But when we change the story, when we say, "I am capable, I am learning, I can try again," everything changes. A strong mind isn't one that never feels sad or scared. It's one that knows how to find balance again and again. And that's it for today's episode. Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Remember, the best way to improve your English is to keep listening, keep learning, and stay curious. See you next time on Learn English in Real Life. Goodbye.